G'day, it is Steph, and let's just make sure this microphone testing. G'day, it's Steph Campanella from Tradies Get Online, and I'm back with another awesome video. I'm actually going to show you guys I'm hitting the wrong button on my little MacBook here. I'm actually going to show you 7 very simple tips. I'm sure it's 7. 7 very simple tips that you can take right now, implement into your business, and actually get that one step further into absolutely smashing your marketing. So I hope that these tips today are going to really help, and that's why I put them together. And if you've got any questions, of course, let me know and I will answer them when we're finished. But yeah, so that's awesome. So today we're talking Google My Business. It is the best free tool on the internet, and it is free. I have heard a sniff that there are some trades business owners that are being charged to have this managed monthly. I mean, I don't know about you, but if all someone is doing is managing my Google My Business, that is not enough, my friend. I would rather go out to dinner on a fancy seafood, crab and prawns and all sorts of stuff with my money instead, because it's basically going to be nothing. It's going to end up being nothing. Anyway, I won't dive too much into the dirty tactics that I often hear about. Okay, so first things first. So you are in the room, you're watching here today. If you want more local leads, okay? So if you're a local business owner and you want some more leads, then stick around. This is going to be awesome. If you have a address that we can publicize, so not a PO box, an actual address that we can send a letter to from Google and get them to remind me while I have make sure I got some water here. An address that we can actually send a postcard to. They're a little bit funny with post office boxes because it's obvious that's not a business address. So they want a business address. So if you've got a publicly listed business address or place of work, then this is also perfect for you. And of course, the most important thing, if you've actually got some happy customers that are willing to write you a review, then my God, why are you not using this tool? Okay, the tool I am talking about is Google My Business. And if you Google My Business, then you will be faced with a page that looks like this, especially if you've checked it over in the last week. Of course, their look and feel always changes. This is basically the gist of it. So it's a listing online that is free, where you can list your business so that Google can connect their customers with people like yourself. All right, so that's basically what it looks like. And there's a sign in button, or there's a manage now, because I'm already logged in, so that's why it's there. But let's go through these tips for you, okay? So number 1, make it easy for your customers to reach you. So make it easy for them to find you. Now, in the trade or builder market, these little phones here, I'm pulling up my phone. These phones are a godsend, because as you and your wife might be in the car on the way home with the kids and you realize that you need to fix that leaky tap, well, guess what? You're going to open up your phone and try and find someone who's going to fix that for you. So it's very mobile based. It's a very good mobile tool. So your listing will look something like this. It'll come up in the maps. It'll come up in the actual search, and this little, the last pane on the right here is the screen that shows everything about your business. So if you go to google.com/intl/en_au business, I'm going to drop a link in here a little bit later. But I mean, if you just Google My Business, it'll actually come up. So this is what we're talking about, okay? Just to give you a bit of a visual idea. Now, when you've got one of these dashboards, well, if you got one of these accounts, this is what it looks like when you log in. It's a full-on dashboard. It's a little website to manage your business online. Okay, so we've got home and posts and info and insights, some reports, the reviews, obviously, where you manage your reviews, some messaging, a new messaging feature that Google has put together, products, services, all the things that, if you're selling products, then you, of course, can put a product here. If you're selling a service, like most of you are, then you can add your services here. And of course, you can even go and start using AdWords. So, of course, I think the big pull for Google is the more people that are using Google My Business, the more people are going to start using Google AdWords. And of course, Google AdWords makes a lot of money for Google. So of course, the more people doing it, the better. But yeah, this is basically what the dashboard looks like. So this is what you can expect when you log into your Google My Business. Okay, so I've just gone to the info pane here. And I mean, it's basically showing all the details. So you want to make sure you fill out all these elements. You want to make sure you fill out the fact that your category. So, it's my categories here are web designer, marketing consultant, marketing agency, internet marketing service. So, of course, if you're a builder, there's going to have, a builder there. Or if you're a plumber, there's going to be a plumber there. So take a look at the categories there. Now, of course, my address, my service area, so the area in which we service, and actually I should fill it out because we're Australia and New Zealand based. The times, so of course if you're a 24/7 plumber but your office is only open between 9 and 4, you would actually want to put 24/7 because you want someone in an emergency to open up, Chatswood plumber near me, and see that you're open for business. So if you're actually 24/7, jump in and make sure that time also says 24/7. On the top right-hand side here, you can see view on search, view on maps. So what it looks like in the search engines, what it looks like in the maps area, and also share your business profile. So right there, you can get a little link so that you can share that link with every single customer you work with, so that they can then leave you a review. So that little share your business profile, that link is extremely important. And of course, there's some promos for Google Ads again. So, man, they lay it on thick. Look at it. It's there on the bottom. And it's there on the right. Okay. So this tool helps you get discovered by more local customers. Okay. So, of course, again, we want to talk about the maps. And this is what it's going to look like when the maps show up, yeah? Now, you want to make sure that, if someone puts in tradies or website SEO or tradies SEO, that of course, that there's some search terms for us. But, of course, if someone puts in plumber, Sydney plumber near me, ideally, that's what you want to be coming up for, okay? So just showing you that. It's a brilliant tool to generate new leads. Now, there's an entire messaging section inside Google My Business that allows you to receive messages from customers who are inquiring about your business. Now, if you don't have a website and this is your first thing you've set up, then okay, I agree. Set up messaging. But if you have a website, then I would suggest not to use this tool because you obviously don't want to build on rented land. You would want to drive the customers back into your business and back into your website where you can capture your own lead and put them into, Invoice to Go in your own CRM. So, of course, you probably wouldn't want to use that tool, but it just depends on where your business is at, okay? But there is that feature available. There, of course, is also a appointments link feature, and I've highlighted that here. Now, again, we have an appointments feature on our own website, and every other tradie business owner that we work with, we of course always like to put appointments on the website. But if you didn't have a website, you could very well use this. I mean, if you were just setting this up for the first time, I would use that tool. Okay, we want to give prospective customers a reason to hire you, okay? So how do we give people a reason? We build rapport with them. We show them who we are and what we do. We want to tell stories. That is what a great business does. And that is the difference between the best electrician in Sydney versus the worst electrician in Sydney. The best electrician in Sydney creates emotional connection with their customers that enables that customer to buy as quickly as possible, okay? So if you imagine, even if you take away all these computers, when you turn up at your customer's home, you greet them, you might shake their hand, not today maybe, but you might shake their hand and say good day and say, thanks so much for having me. Look, I'm going to put my work boots on so I can come into your home cleanly. You put maybe the little sleeves over your boots so that you don't get mud through the house. You do all those things so that the customer appreciates you. Well, all those things you need to reciprocate online, okay? So very important that you share the emotive story about your business online. So to tell stories, so here I'm saying sort of 15 years ago, it took the average person 4 exposures before they made a purchase, and now it's something like 16 times. So that's insane. And it's because there are so many places where marketing messages are attacking us customers. So it takes more than just 4 looks. You got to make sure that you're getting as many bites of the cherry as possible. So it takes a little bit longer than before. Tip number 5 is that you need to add photos that demonstrate your handiwork. So we quite love it. And we've got TechPlex here. They've sent us some photos of the car, the ute, and them doing some work on a gate. So of course we want to brand those photos and load them back into Google My Business so that they then become a post like this one here of myself. So you can post a story and post it into Google My Business, but you can also just post photos straight into the platform. And as a basic, like, you should totally be doing that. Easiest thing, take a photo. In fact, there's a iPhone and Android app, and you can just take photos on the job, and just like Instagram, you can post them up to Google My Business, and they'll be there in your listing. So when someone's looking at you, they will see them. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the outside. That's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I'm getting some thumbs up, which is awesome. Let's keep going. Okay. Answer questions that have been asked before. So if you are tired of answering the same questions again and again and again, then you need to make sure that you answer these questions online. Okay, so this is a frequently asked questions page that we have on our website. You should totally have this on your website, and you should totally cover this on your Google My Business page. I'm just getting a little message here about how many photos should be loaded into Google My Business. I mean, on average, if you were doing 1 a week, I'd be happy with you. If you were doing 1 a day, I would be exceptionally happy with you. I mean, and this is a funny thing, right? You always want to make sure that you are only comparing yourself to your own self. So if last month you did 0 photos and this month you did 30, 1 a day, that is an exceptional increase in your output, and you should be really proud of yourself. Just because someone else does 2 photos a day, 60 images a month, well, good on them, okay? But you were doing 0 before, now you're doing 30. So compare your notes to your notes, and only, grow from your own activities. So don't look at everyone else and see what they're doing. Focus on yourself. If you've done 0 this month and you did 30 next month, that is a brilliant output, okay? My big point here is the fact that frequently asked questions. So customers ask the same thing again and again and again. The longer you're in business, the faster you'll see this question coming out. So you want to make sure that all the questions that you get asked straight away, those first initial objections that you get, make sure you put them into a page on your website, but also include them in Google My Business. I think they're great talking points for new customers coming into your business. Now, the last point and the most important point here is publishing reviews. Okay, you must get... I'm going to do 2 things here. So first things first, you must remove the fear of getting a 1-star review. Okay, a 1-star review does 2 things, maybe 3. It scares the crap out of you, and it makes you upset because, damn it, I've got a 1-star review. It also gives you the opportunity to, maybe you did do a 1-star job, okay? So it gives you the opportunity to review your business systems. Oh, that wasn't me, that was one of my employees. Well, you are your employees, okay? So no matter if it's you or your employees, you still got a 1-star review because it's something that you did. So look at it and correct it. Don't be afraid of the 1-star review. Oh, Steph, is there a way to only show the 5-star reviews and not the 1 and 2s? I mean, dude, it's there for a reason, okay? And if you do have 1-star reviews, then we need to outweigh them with 5-star reviews, okay? So the more customers that we are asking reviews from, the more we will get. And if we do have a 1-star review, then it'll be outweighed, okay? So you got to take the good with the bad, but obviously the more hits that you take, the more chances you're going to get a home run, okay? So you are your employees. Yeah, great quote. Exactly. You are your employees. I'm just noticing some comments come in here. So now this slide here, we have a little widget, and I will link it below, but we have a little widget that we like to use that shows your 5-star rating. And yes, this widget does allow to show you the last 3, 4, and 5-star reviews. But it's very simple from a sales perspective, because we say, and when you finish, if you head back to the website and click on the Google link on the bottom right, you'll be able to leave us a review. And I think I show that here. No, I don't. It kind of looks like the item there on the left, but really it's a little widget that goes on your website to show that you are a 5-star business. So the more hits you take, obviously the more home runs you can make. So I would highly suggest that you really try and drum up reviews. I had someone earlier this week that had 300 reviews. I mean, when you got 0 reviews, you think, oh my God, how am I ever going to get 300? But you just keep going. I mean, there's 365 days every year. If you just got 1 review every day for the rest of the next year, then you might have 300 reviews. So yeah, you must chase reviews. Reviews are so important because like even if you're looking for your best a Chinese restaurant, then you're of course going to look at the reviews. You're going to look at all the Chinese restaurants in the area, and then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the reviews. You're going to go, now which of these Chinese restaurants has the best? I only want the best. I'm only I don't want to eat the worst. I want to have the best. So then you go through all the reviews. It's the same thing with picking your local tradesman or business owner. What is everyone else saying about this person? I don't care what you say about your business. What are your customers saying? And that's the topic here that I really want to cover. The reviews are so important. All right. So let's review. I have a WordPress website. Can I add? Yes, you can totally do that. And I will link the link below. I'll try not to get too distracted by the comments coming in. Let's review the 7 tips that I've just given you, and then let's just go through these 3 questions that I can see here and then answer any more that we've got coming through. So first things first, make it easy for your customers to reach you. This is what Google My Business does. And if you want to set up one of these free listings for yourself, then simply Google My Business, that exact search term, Google My Business. Drop it into Google and you will see, and it'll all look familiar like the slides that I've just shown you here. Make it easier for your customers to reach you. Get discovered by local customers. That is what this tool does. It connects. It's very location based. And this is why when businesses come to me and they've got 5 listings in 5 suburbs that they do not have an office for, Google has done a massive job of removing illegal listings. They don't want their customers to find out that the local pool builder in DY is not in DY. If they want local, they want to be given local, and that's why you cannot have 15 listings. And believe me, it has happened before. And over this last year, Google has removed so many listings because of incorrect information. So it's really important that you do the right thing here, guys. I don't want to do anything illegal. So yeah, number 2, it really helps you get listed and find those local customers. It does help you generate leads. I know there's a guy named Ben up in Queensland. He hasn't got a website yet, but we helped him set up a Google My Business listing, and I can see that the leads are coming through using their messaging tool. So it actually works. So if you do nothing today and you don't have a website yet, you should totally Google My Business, and you should get one set up. Number 4, the point number 4 was give your customers a reason to work with you. I'm doing the dyslexic reading the backwards to the front. So make sure that customers can see and get to know you and build rapport with you immediately. Obviously, photos of you inside the photo is going to be the best, because then it shows them of you fixing the hot water system, and then you're in the photo with your outfit. They can start to see that's who's going to come to my house. Okay, that's what a photo does. It creates rapport while you sleep. And I think the best rapport, the company with the strongest rapport will win. Photos. Okay, so I'm mentioning that again. So photos will talk and tell the story. Number 6 was make sure you identify questions that you've already answered before. Publish them. So again, if you say, will you work at night? Take a photo of you out front the white picket fence at night with the truck and show them, here we are again. It's 1 a.m., but it's an emergency and we care. So let's go in and take a look. Now that photo could help someone at night. They're looking for 6 or 7 different electricians to come in and turn the lights back on, and they see your photo and you're showing a photo at night on the premises. They're going to call you because they can see it. I've got some more photos coming through, more comments coming here, so I'll just finish off, and then I will smash the question. So the last item there, and the most important, once you've finished setting all this stuff up, get reviews. I want you to ask every single customer that has ever worked with you. Start with the last quarter and then go back and continue to go back. It doesn't help to ask and re-engage with customers that you have worked with over 2 years ago, 3 years ago even. What it does is it gives you an opportunity to speak to them and to reignite that relationship that maybe they've forgotten about. Because if people aren't reminded that you exist, then they might forget because life gets really busy. But make sure that you go and ask every single customer to leave you a review. All right, wrapping up, Google My Business is a tool on its own. So it's its own little platform. And if someone is charging you $200 or $300 just to manage this thing, no, it doesn't take a lot of work. It's very simple. There's a little tool that you can use here on your phone. You download the Google My Business tool and you can run it yourself. It's quite simple. If you're paying someone to only manage Google My Business, then no, put the money into your website. You're better off spending that money by having someone write content for you and adding it to your website. That money is actually going to provide you more fruit. This is a tool that you can manage yourself. Google makes it so damn easy. You need a sales process to drive reviews, 100%. Every single time you leave the home and you go and do someone's work and you finish a job, you need to make sure that there is a sales process to follow that customer up and make sure they leave a review. If they don't leave you a review on the day, you need to make sure you check back in your diary and go, right now, what jobs did I complete last week and who hasn't written me a review? If you instill that sales process in your business, you 100% will get to those 300 reviews and plus. So, I mean, I would love to see 500 reviews. Let's be honest. 500 reviews, man, 500 people can't be wrong. I will definitely hire you. Number 3 there is, when will you get started? It's very simple. I've given you all the tools, so there's no reason for you not to get started. Now, let's have a look at the questions that I've got here. So I'm just going to move this up here so I can actually see. There we go. Okay. So Sylvie says, what's the optimum number of pictures to upload? Now, again, if you uploaded 1 a week, I would be ecstatic with you. If you loaded 1 a day, oh my God, I would fall off my chair. But as long as you post 1 a month even, then I would be happy. Because if you've come from 0 and now you're doing 1, I mean, you've doubled your output, okay? Aaron said, you are your employees, 100%. I mean, you have a process that you are teaching your employees, and that sales process that I mentioned before, you need to make sure that every single customer leaves your company a review on the Google My Business website. Who cares about Facebook reviews? They don't weigh as heavily, and in fact, Facebook might just delete them off their platform. Then what? All that work that you've done to get those Facebook reviews, and then Facebook just goes, oh, no, we don't really want to do that anymore. Stick with Google. It's a much better tool. Okay, if I have a WordPress website, can I just add the Google widget in myself? Yes, 100% you can, and I will make sure that I drop the link below to the widget. I'm pretty sure if you just Google review widget, then it'll come up, but I will actually drop the item in there. Gabby says, if Google removes listing from your site, does that negatively affect your site? No. So sometimes reviews can get removed because they're not legitimate. They were put from a fake account. They might remove them because you've actually disputed. So if you've got a review that it can get very competitive. There's stories of people leaving reviews on Google My Business listings that are not correct, and they say, oh, that's a horrible Chinese restaurant. You, as the owner of your Google listing, can actually go, hey Google, I want to dispute this review because I don't believe this person ever came by and tried my pineapple rice. So can you please remove that listing? So yes, listings can be removed, and no, it doesn't negatively affect the website. Obviously, if it stays there and it's 1 star and it's not legit, well, obviously it affects your business. But if you upload another 5 more positive reviews, I think people will see that you're only human. Sometimes you don't always, have a 5-star output. Sometimes you have a 2. We're only human. Do you think an action photo of you working is better than a headshot? Yes, amen. Headshots are for LinkedIn, where you're supposed to look nice and sharp and all suited up with a tie. I want to see, I want to see real photos of you working. Like I said, if you are actually a 24/7 business, and customers never believe that you're actually 24/7, show a photo of yourself in action at night out front of someone's place. Not robbing it, I hope. Take a photo of yourself out front of someone's place, ready to get in there with your tool set, and get in there and do the work. Show them that you're there, fixing a switchboard or turning something back on, so that your customers can sleep easier at night. Steal that idea. Take the photo by all means. I live to give. And someone is laughing at my pineapple rice mention. Okay, so that is it from me. That is my 7 tips. I won't slide through them all again. You can watch this because it'll stay up here and online. Of course, if you want to put a 90-day plan in place for your business, then that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. So book a game plan. Of course, if we are right and you are right for the Trading Accelerate system, then of course we will work together. And if not, you will walk away from the game plan call with a 90-day plan, basically. All the bits and pieces that you need to do to make sure that your business grows. So it is Steph from Tradies Get Online. I hope that this was super valuable for you. That's why I do it. If it's not, then tell me. Then I will go and pat my dog and take him for a walk, because I would much... if it's not providing any value, then why do you bother? So please let me know if this has provided value for you. And Gabby has just jumped in and said, thank you, Steph. So, all right, I will leave it there. All the best. Adios. Until next time, it is Steph signing out. Ciao. Bye.